A jury has found the three white men who killed Ahmaud Arbery in 2020 guilty of all charges in their federal hate crimes trial, backing prosecutors' case that the men chased the 25-year-old through the streets of a Georgia neighborhood because he was black. Travis McMichael, Gregory McMichael and their neighbor William Roddy Bryan were found guilty of interference of rights, a federal hate crime, and attempted kidnapping. The verdict comes nearly 2 years to the day that Arbery was killed in a neighborhood outside Brunswick on February 23, 2020. And it's months after the three were convicted in a state court in November of murder. Arbery's relatives held each other and cried, and several jurors wiped tears away from their own faces as Tuesday's verdicts were read in the federal courtroom in Brunswick. Outside the courthouse, Arbery family attorney Ben Crump took the hands of Arbery's mother Wanda Cooper Jones and father Marcus Arbery Sr. and raised them in victory. "Thank God for this good morning that Wanda and Marcus have prayed for. It is because of their conviction to get full justice, not partial justice, that we get to celebrate this moment," Crump told reporters. Cooper Jones thanked the Justice Department for bringing the federal charges but criticized it for initially reaching a plea deal with the McMichaels in the case. The McMichaels had agreed to plead guilty before trial, but the judge overseeing the case rejected the deal after Arbery's family raised concerns that the resulting sentence could lead to favorable imprisonment conditions. Cooper Jones said that she spoke to federal prosecutors and begged them to not take the plea deal in the case, and they ignored my cry. "What we got today, we wouldn't have gotten today if it was not for the fight that the family put up," Cooper Jones said. "What the Department of Justice did today, they were made to do today." U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland, responding in Washington Tuesday to a reporter's question about Cooper Jones' statement, appeared to choke up as he answered. "I cannot imagine the pain that a mother feels to have her son run down and then gunned down while taking a jog on a public street," Garland said at a Justice Department news conference. "My heart goes out to her and to the family. That's really all I can say about this." Before taking that question, Garland thanked prosecutors for their work on the case and said no one should fear that, if they go out for a run, they will be targeted and killed because of the color of their skin. Although we welcome the jury's verdict, the only acceptable outcome in this matter would have been Mr. Arbery returning safely to his loved ones 2 years ago. Ahmaud Arbery should be alive today, Garland said. Crump said he and the family plans to bring a civil suit once the criminal proceedings have concluded. Additionally Tuesday, Travis McMichael, 36, who fatally shot Arbery, was also found guilty on a charge of using and carrying a Remington shotgun while his father, Gregory, 66, was found guilty of using and carrying a .357 Magnum revolver. For the federal convictions, the three men could now receive up to life in prison and steep fines, on top of the life sentences they received for their previous murder convictions. Sentencing will be scheduled after pre-sentencing reports are filed, the judge said. When the verdict was read, the three defendants gave no discernible reaction. Lee McMichael, mother of Travis McMichael and wife of Gregory McMichael, was in the courtroom and remained stoic. Tuesday's verdict came after more than 3 hours of deliberations that started Monday and after days of testimony last week. In the federal trial, prosecutors sought to prove the three men acted out of racial animus. Prosecutors homed in on testimony detailing how all three defendants spoke privately and publicly about black people using inflammatory and derogatory language, including racial slurs. During closing rebuttal arguments on Monday, prosecutor Tara Lyons emphasized the government's position that Arbery was killed because he was black. The three defendants did not see 25-year-old Ahmaud Arbery as a fellow human being, Lyons said. Federal prosecutors and Arbery's family have said he was out on a jog when the defendants chased and killed him. Defense attorneys in both trials contended the McMichaels, suspecting Arbery of trespassing multiple times at an under-construction home, pursued him in a pickup truck through neighborhood streets to stop him for police. Travis McMichael argued he shot Arbery in self-defense as they wrestled over McMichael's shotgun. Bryan joined the pursuit in his own truck after seeing the McMichaels follow a running Arbery in their pickup and recorded video of. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this edition of the news. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time. Bye.